and welcome to today's video. So today's video is a bit, there's a bird up there, do you reckon it'll poo on me? Nah, it's gone. Didn't fancy it, didn't want the beef. So today's video is a bit different. So I'm going to be analysing my own diet, okay? And this is something I do with my clients quite a lot through like a basic nutrition assessment where we'll basically track a food diary, and then I'll run it through some software and we'll check the micronutrition content of their diet. So I'm a bit nervous today. I'm going to do it to myself. And a little bit of context. So right now I'm eating 2,900 calories, which is pretty good for considering my body weight. Starting to feel more human again. But the main reason I'm doing this is just to kind of highlight the importance of micronutrition as we go into winter. Obviously, winter is going to be pretty bleak. The clocks have just changed here. Well, they did about 2 weeks ago, so it's dark all the time. Most people go to work in the dark, come home in the dark. I sit in the office all day on my laptop, working with clients, and when I go out to do my steps, it's always dark. So micronutrition becomes even more important now. And one thing that I do find quite a lot is, if you can actually see me, is that when calories get higher, a lot of people's micronutrition actually decreases just because they feel like I can eat whatever I want, so therefore the food quality doesn't matter as much. But it still matters. It all goes into your body, it all processes it, and arguably a better fueled body on good high quality micronutrition will always outperform one that's not, potentially. So 2 minutes of me talking. So if you're new around here, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But I'm going to get straight back in and sit down at my laptop and then talk to you about, well, first I need to talk about my disgusting tash, November and all that, and then I'll talk about my food diary. I'm nervous. Right then, so we are back inside. Hopefully it is focusing on my face. So we're going to talk about my nutrition now. So hopefully I will have somehow put my screen recording onto the video, and you'll be seeing my face, this face here, if it focuses on the right there, and my kind of food diary. So I'm using Chronometer. I use it with my clients. It has good functionality, it's easy to use, and it basically allows me to track their nutrition and their micronutrition pretty effectively actually, and display it to them in a way that helps them understand through like a traffic light system. Obviously they have like the orange, green and red, where they can improve and where they're doing really well, because everyone wants to know where they're doing well, right? So here is my nutrition at the moment, and what I found transitioning out of my dieting phase was that I wanted to put a huge emphasis on my micronutrition, because during prep I realised like how unhealthy it was, eating so little food, eating very little variety of food, and obviously this then led me to somewhat develop kind of a digestive issue from prep. You may or may not have known that, but I kind of developed like IBS from prep, which is not ideal. And obviously I knew that prep was never going to be the most healthy thing. I knew that prep was never going to be the healthiest thing, but I didn't think it would kind of, something like that would happen. So I've been managing that myself and trying to kind of find my way through the IBS kind of network, because realistically no one has a clue what it is. It's basically just a name for a digestive issue. So what I've focused on is I have gone low FODMAP. So low FODMAP basically means you remove all foods that have fermentable carbohydrates in them. So basically that means you don't eat anything. So I did that for around 3 weeks. Because obviously low FODMAP is not a long-term strategy for kind of managing digestion. It is a intervention to get you back on track, and then you need to start making actionable interventions yourself to actually work out what works for you and what doesn't. So I started introducing different foods outside of the FODMAP diet, and now I've found a recipe that works for me. So the recipe that works for me is very much as follows. It's very vegetable and fruit based. I'm aiming to have vegetables with every meal. As you can see, cherry tomatoes, Brussels sprouts, potatoes, carrots, spinach. All of these things are going to bring me a good micronutrition across the board. And as you can see, I'm pretty much in the green for everything, okay? The red there is because I'm having so much vitamin B3, which is something I might address in the future. But for now, I'm happy where it is. Making sure that, obviously, my protein is always going to be, I'm always going to have sufficient amino acids because I'm eating a higher protein diet to facilitate muscle growth, or somewhat muscle growth that I might be creating in the phase that I'm in. But the main thing I was concerned about was minerals and vitamins, and as you can see, I'm in a good place. I'm getting good B1s, B2s, B3s, B5s, B6s, B12s from my current food sources, and likewise I'm getting a good amount of vitamins, vitamin A, C, D, E and K. E, a little bit less than I'd like. That's mainly because I don't necessarily use vegetable oils in any of my cooking. I do eat sunflower seeds, but obviously just not enough of them. As you can see here, I have around 6 grams of sunflower seeds a day. I could easily up that to kind of as a dietary intervention to increase my vitamin E, and I will do that in the future. And again, in terms of minerals, calcium is probably on the lower end because I'm not drinking dairy at the moment. So from my experience on the low FODMAP, I realised that dairy didn't necessarily sit that well with me at the moment. So I've limited its intake. Obviously I am having Greek yogurt, so that's a bit of a contradiction, but mainly milk. I'm just not sure what about it just doesn't necessarily sit that well with me. So currently milk is not in, but yogurt is. That does sound a bit stupid when I say it out loud, but it is what it is, and I'm just trying to find a recipe that works for me. Because like I said, post-show I couldn't eat much, and post-show you need to eat something or some form of calories to get yourself feeling better. So all of my minerals, well, most of my minerals, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, sodium and zinc, all in a good place. Obviously I'm not tracking my salt in this food diary, so with my pink salt that I have on my meals, I would definitely be getting my sodium. I also supplement with zinc, magnesium, and a few other minerals in a multi-mineral vitamin supplement. And in terms of my fats, I'm quite happy with where my fats are actually. My omegas, I feel, could always be higher. So I actually take like 4 times the recommended daily dose of omega fish oils. I'm not sure if I tracked that on here. Oh no, I didn't. So I've just updated that. To see what that did. And potentially still a little bit low on the omega-6s. So from a dietary intervention standpoint, yeah, I'm not the type of person who's going to be smashing salmon every day. 1, it's expensive. 2, I'm not the biggest fan of it. And 3, I don't necessarily have that many fats to play with at the moment. Maybe deeper into an off-season when fats are slightly higher. But I don't see fats going that high anyway, so I just keep my fats relatively low. So I don't always have space for fish. So I do need to find a way to get those kind of omega-6s in. I'm sure my fish oil does have omega-6 in. I just think the one I tracked on the tracker and the one that they have might not be the one that I actually have at home. So all in all, I'm very happy with how my nutrition looks. Of course, I'm only eating around 2,900 calories at the moment, maintaining around 92 kilograms, which is pretty good, but the main thing for me at the moment is health and not necessarily like gaining body weight. So I was more than happy to see how I was in the green for lots of things. And then once you know where you're not in the green, you can reverse engineer, and you reverse engineer the situation, and then you might understand, right, this is why I'm deficient here. Or, okay, I already supplement here. However, how could I get more from my diet? Because arguably, a dietary intervention that leads to you getting more vitamins will be better than a supplement, because there's a lot of mixed research on actual effectiveness of multivitamins as a whole. So I would always argue that getting most of your vitamins from your diet is key for covering those bases. So I'm very happy with this, and this is something I work a lot with my clients. So we'll run through this potentially once every 2 weeks if we need to. If things are good, we're fine, but I always like to hold them accountable, like I'm holding myself accountable now, because if you don't, you let your own standards slip. And I have high standards with my clients, so therefore I would need to keep these high standards for myself. I kept high standards during my prep, and I'm going to keep them during this off season now. So more than happy with this, but yeah, I'm going to crack on with my day now. What do I mean crack on with? Fuck. Yeah, that's because I'm balancing this. So I bought this from Amazon. Broken. I'm balancing this on top of my camera tripod on the camera, and that's why it keeps falling off. So we're in. So I don't know why I said I'm going to crack on with the day, because it is 2:30. It's a Tuesday, and I've done all of my check-ins. I've done my cardio. I'll probably have to eat another meal in a minute, but for now I'm going to go sort out some content, reply to a few emails and messages, and then I'll be on with the rest of the evening. Peace. Right then, so one ear put in, don't need it. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you for watching. A little bit of a different video today. Like, I'm just trialing out some new things at the moment, to see what you like, see what helps, try and give you a little bit of kind of actionable stuff to take home and apply to your own life and your own kind of fitness. But if you like it, obviously don't forget to kind of like, comment, and let me know. If you don't like it, tell me, but just be kind, but yeah, thanks for watching, and there's going to be a video every week pretty much now, so stay posted. The Reclamation is going to be a decent series, and I'm looking forward to kind of bringing it to you. So have a great day. I'm going to crack on with my life, and I'll see you in the next video.